A garden bed pictured below is a square prism with a rectangular prism taken out. The inside length of the square prism is 6 feet. The rectangular prism taken out has a width of 2 feet and a length of 4 feet. The diagram below shows the top view of the garden bed with its measurements. So this figure that we see right here is the top view of this. Okay. The garden bed is filled with topsoil to a uniform height of 1.25 feet. So the height of the soil. Determine and state the volume of the topsoil in cubic feet. So this diagram that we see here on the right side is a two-dimensional version of a 3D figure. So let's separate this into parts that we can calculate easily. So you can divide it many different ways. I'm just going to divide it this way. So I'll label this one pink. I guess we'll call this number 1. I'll label this one green, that's number 2, and I'll label this one blue, that's number 3. So each of these are rectangular prisms, and if I look at the reference sheet that they give us on the Regents, the general formula for the volume of any prism is base area times height. So if I wanted to find the formula for the rectangular prism, I think about what is the shape of the base? A rectangle. How do you find the area of a rectangle? Length times width. And then we have the height. So therefore, the volume of a rectangular prism is length times width times height. So I'll just keep the color code the same. So volume of rectangular prism number 1 is length times width times height. So we have a length of 6 feet, because that's what it said in the reading. And then we have to find the width. Well, if you look over here, the entire part is 6. This part here is 4. So 6 minus 4 is 2. So we have length times width. And then what was the height of the topsoil? 1.25. Now when you put this in the calculator, we have 15 cubic feet. Now I'll do rectangular prism number 2, length times width times height. We have a length 4, a width 2, and once again the height of the topsoil 1.25. And when you put this in the calculator, we get 10 cubic feet. And if you look over here on the right, the rectangular prism number 3 is the same thing as number 2, but we'll still go through the math in case we made a mistake on number 2. So length times width times height. We have a length 4, width 2, and the height of the topsoil 1.25. I put that in the calculator again and I get 10 cubic feet. So what do we have here? We want to find the total volume of topsoil. So the total volume of topsoil is the sum of these 3 volumes. So when we add 15 plus 10 plus 10, we get 35 cubic feet. So that's the volume of the topsoil. Now that's only one part of the question. Now we have a second part to the question. It says each bag of topsoil sells for $3.68, and this contains 2 cubic feet of topsoil. Determine and state the total cost of bags of topsoil that must be purchased to fill the garden. Now this one, even if it sounds very simple, this one's actually kind of tricky because you have to keep in mind when a place is selling bags, they don't sell fraction number of bags or parts of a bag. So let's first figure out how many bags we can buy. So let's look here. Our total volume was 35 cubic feet. But each of these bags holds 2 cubic feet of topsoil. So when you divide 35 cubic feet and 2 cubic feet, the cubic feet cancels, and we get 17.5 bags. Now keep in mind, if I go to somewhere like Home Depot, I can't just say, can you give me 17 full bags and cut the other bag in half? So how many bags do I need to buy in order to complete my job? I need 18 bags. 17 is not enough, and so 18 full bags is what I need. We're still not done with the problem. Now we got to go back to the cost. The cost for a single bag was $3.68. And when I multiply this by the 18 bags, we get $66.24. That is the total cost for the bags of topsoil.